Hey guys, this is Jay Calder with Jay Unboxing here, giving you a personal prediction for Brandon Figueroa versus Mark Magsayo. And as always, this is just my take, of course. Your prediction can be left down in the comments section below. Would love to hear them all. I think this is a pretty interesting fight, especially for one with not a title on the line. Certainly an interesting fight. Would love to hear all your picks and bets, all that good stuff down in the comments section below. Little bit of fight info here. We have Figueroa taking on Magsayo. This will be taking place at the Toyota Arena in Ontario, California, airing live on SHOWTIME in the featherweight division. Now, this could be a really good fight, and certainly one that could go either way, in my personal opinion. While no title is on the line, it certainly is a fight that will let us know kind of who takes an important step at their campaign at 126 pounds, a step towards a potential title shot eventually. Both fighters have something to prove a little bit here, having kind of lost recently and sort of need a big win against someone with something of a name, which both of them have. So there's plenty on the line. They're both former titleists and they're looking to catch another title in the future. So there's definitely some stakes here. So does the pressure of Figueroa pull it off, or will Magsayo's power make the difference? Let's break this one down. Starting with Figueroa. For Figueroa to win, I think you want to work a long jab. You have the reach, about 4 to 5 inches of reach for your advantage here. Use it. It's not going to matter if you don't use it, and it's certainly something that you can utilize sort of at a distance, of course, but also to get inside, which is what you're looking to do ultimately. But you, with that distance, get to pick and choose when it happens in a fight. Do it when you want to, not when he wants to, so to speak. This will, of course, help you push Magsayo back, who's not going to fight nearly as well. He likes to throw power shots, likes to step into them. If you can push him back with that long jab, of course, this is certainly going to benefit you, especially because it sets up some of your own power shots as well. So it's definitely a shot that I think you should try to get going in this contest. I would also say work a left hook to the body. When inside, that left hook works really, really well. You have a very good one. You've dropped opponents with it. You've certainly hurt them, taken the wind out of them. It's a shot that you kind of have there. It's a natural shot for you. So it's something you're going to want to get going in this contest. It also does a couple of other things for you. First of all, it's going to take some of the power from Magsayo away. When you kind of take some of the wind out of their sails and don't allow for them to kind of breathe the proper way, that certainly means that they're not going to punch with nearly as much authority. The other thing is it's going to open up shots upstairs. When you have them lowering that guard to try and block some of those body shots, it allows for you to throw things more to the head and score with some of your own power shots in that way. It keeps them guessing, keeps them kind of off balance, and that's all the better for you in this fight. And finally, I would say press Magsayo back. I think I've alluded to that in sort of this overarching game plan for you, but it's certainly something I think we should stress as well. This is just going to give you so many positives in this contest. Number one, it pushes him back. That's the most obvious, of course. He's not as good a fighter going backwards. He's a fighter that needs to step inside. As a result of that, he's not going to have nearly as much power. One of his biggest benefits is that he's explosive coming forward, and of course, power comes with that. If you're taking that away, all the better. This, of course, allows for you to also have some of your own power as you step into it. Again, all the better. What's more, just makes him uncomfortable. He's not comfortable backing up. It's going to be different muscles he's not used to using. So it means he's certainly going to have to utilize more of his kind of reserves, tire him out a little more down the stretch, and allow you to finish stronger. Now, for Magsayo to win, I think you want to land the left hook. This is a shot that Figueroa is open for, especially when he switches. He does have a tendency to switch stances and not really pick one and buckle down with it. If you can catch him in between those shifts or when he's in that southpaw position, that left hook is definitely going to benefit you. It's also a shot you can peel off pretty quickly. So if you can peel it off while he's coming in, it's a shot that you can kind of land in that check left hook fashion. And it'll certainly be a blow that I think can actually pay off for you by setting up some of those right hands you're looking to land as well. At times, Figueroa also likes to lean a little bit too much to the side and leaves himself over for a kind of overhand left that you can kind of arc down into a left hook as well. So the left hand in general, in that hook fashion especially, is certainly a shot that I think you can be successful with on the night. I would also say get in and out. You don't just want to get inside and stick around. That's where Figueroa wants you. And you're trying to make some space. You're trying to allow for some real estate in between you two so that you can build into the fight and, of course, step into those shots you're looking to land. You want to dart in and out. That's going to give you your best chance to do this. Land that power in a quick shot or in a quick bunch, then exit. Don't just linger around and make it a phone booth fight. Use that herky-jerk style to kind of keep Figueroa at bay. It almost uses it like a feint, if you will. It's just a full body feint that will kind of press him back a bit more and allow you to step into your shots. You just have to make sure you find the range that's perfect for you. Again, he has the reach, so you don't want to be in too close, but you don't want to be on the outside. You're going to want to find that range where you're comfortable landing with your speed, with your explosiveness, and you're also able to get out of harm's way when you're looking to reset. I would also say take center ring. This is going to do a couple of things for you. Number one, it's going to help you stay off the ropes. I don't think Magsayo's looking to stay on the ropes in this fight. It's tricky for me to decide which of these two is going to have the better chance coming forward, because measurement-wise, you might look at Figueroa and think he's going to be able to push him back, but Magsayo's a fighter that's explosive, that likes to come forward himself. So if you're Magsayo, that's what you have to look to do in this fight. You have to stay off those ropes, take the center of the ring, and push him back. Again, using those feints, using that left hand to kind of keep Figueroa a bit more timid. This will also give you the initiative against a sort of momentum fighter if you're in the center and you're dictating the terms. You let Figueroa get rolling and it's a problem, but if you can take the center, push him back a bit more with those kind of body feints as I was mentioning, and landing that left hand leading into the right hand, you'll have some success in this fight. Now, in terms of my pick, this is another tough fight for me. I've had a few of these this year. My record in picks would kind of indicate that, but I'm picking Brandon Figueroa in this one, and I should stress that I could be wrong yet again, because I do think this is a close fight. The issue I have with picking Magsayo is how limited he is if someone keeps him at range, or if they were to push him back. Could he catch Figueroa? Sure, but I see Figueroa avoiding that danger. I think it starts off pretty quickly, just based on the styles, and if that happens, it could benefit Magsayo if he lands something big early, but I don't think he does. And I think whatever he does land, Figueroa is able to take and manages to get warmed up, landing those jabs and pushing his man back as the fight progresses. Once he's there inside and he starts whipping in those shots, particularly to the body with that left hand, then bringing them up top, I think that chippy left hand will do him well and will begin to sort of score for him more consistent. Well, I think Magsayo might go down. Both might, to be honest. I think the fight goes the distance, but I think with the work that he does, starting in that 4th or 5th round especially, Figueroa will pull this one off. Winner, Brandon Figueroa via unanimous decision. And for the most part, the betting odds tend to agree with me. Figueroa is a pretty sizable favorite, coming in at a -350, with Magsayo coming in at a +250. You know, you're looking at pretty basic odds here for a guy who's, expected to be the more skillful fighter who can also dig down a bit more. Magsayo, without that power, is a very limited fighter. Now again, he has it, but he has to land it, and against someone who can't take it. The odds are sort of suggesting, of course, that Figueroa can. In terms of any kind of value here, it's only with Magsayo, of course. Figueroa is just too much of a favorite in a fight that, again, I think is close to a pick'em. If you're a person who happens to believe in Magsayo, of course, that's a decent bet you can make, even kind of a medium-sized bet. Again, this is a fight between someone in Figueroa who has struggled at 126 pounds thus far. That being said, again, just has to be something you believe in, of course, because it is still a tricky fight for either man. In terms of the over-under, it's set at basically the distance at a 10.5, with the over coming in at a -190 and the under coming in at a +135. The under is a little tantalizing because you never know. This could be a fight where someone is stopped. Again, I don't predict it. I don't think the odds are predicting it, of course, but it's certainly possibly there. But to be honest, even the over at a 2-1 is not terrible. It's not something that I would necessarily look to play, and if I did, it'd be a pretty small-sized bet, but certainly something you could at least consider, because again, I do think both of these guys, I don't think Figueroa is a big enough puncher to stop Magsayo necessarily, and I do think he befuddles Magsayo enough to keep out of being stopped himself. So certainly something you could look at as well. But in any event, those are your odds. And my record as of this recording is 5-4 with 5 exact. So don't always get it right, but when I do, I get it pretty damn right. So if that's any consolation for you, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts, predictions, bets, all that good stuff. And in terms of picks, what have you guys been doing this year? Again, it seems like a very up and down year for favorites and underdogs, so on and so forth. Love to hear your kind of predictions for the year thus far down in the comments section below. Please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter at jcalderon_JOB. You can email me at junboxing@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you there. Also, be sure to check out junboxing.com for the schedule, results, betting odds, rankings, news, all that good stuff. And as always, until next time.